Hello students, now we will begin with a new topic, proportion. So what is proportion? Four quantities A, B, C and D are said to be in proportion if A is to B is equal to C is to D. That is, the ratio of A and B is equal to the ratio of C and D. Then the numbers, the quantities A, B, C and D are said to be in proportion. This can be written as A is to B in this 4 dot. 4 dot represents the proportion. So A is to B is in proportion to C is to D. This is the symbol for the proportion. So if two ratios are the equal, A and B, A ratio B, that is A by B is equal to C by D, then these four numbers are said to be in proportion. For example, if you want to check that the number 4, 8, 35 and 70, they are in proportion or not. So what you will do, take these two numbers and find their ratio, and these two numbers and find their ratio. If their ratios are equal, then these four numbers are said to be in proportion. So first they take these two numbers, 4 is to 8. 4 is to 8 means 4 by 8. 4 by 8 you can write in simple form, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. You can write it 1 by 2, that is 1 is to 2. Now you write the second two numbers, that 35 is to 70. So now write in fraction form, 35 divided by 70, 35 ones are 35, 35 twos are 70. So 1 by 2, that is 1 is to 2. So you can see here the first two number, the ratio of first two number is 1 is to 2 and the ratio of last two number is also 1 is to 2. So it means 4 by 8 is equal to 35 by 70. 4 by 8 is equal to 35 by 70. Therefore, these four numbers are in proportion. So, by this way we can check whether the given numbers are in proportion or not. Next is cross product rule. So in cross product rule, if suppose this four numbers are in proportion, that is A, B, C, D, four numbers are there, then this A is known as first term, B is known as second term, C is known as third term and D is known as fourth term. So okay, and if it is written in the form of proportion, that is A is to B, it is in proportion with C is to D, then these two terms, the middle term are known as mean and these two terms are known as its extremes. So A and D are the extremes and B and C are the means. Now what is cross product rule? Cross product rule is product of its mean is equal to product of the extremes. Product of mean is equal to means product of A into D is equal to B into C. So product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Okay, now using these rules also we can find if any number is not given in this series. Means any unknown numbers are there, three numbers are given and the fourth one you have to find. You can find using this rule, that is product of mean is equal to product of extremes. Now the next one more example here to check whether the given number are in proportion or not, and then the questions related to this rule we will discuss. So here again the same one are the number 14, 18, 35 and 45. You have to check whether these numbers are in proportion or not. So you can check it with two methods. Either you can write in the proportion form and then you can check by the product of mean and product of extreme. So I am not telling you that method. This one is easy. It's simple. You write the first ratio of the first two numbers and then the ratio of these two numbers, and if the ratios are equal, then that will be the numbers are in proportion. So take these two numbers first. 14 by 18. 14 by 18 means you can divide it by 2. 2 sevens are and 2 nines are. You will get 7 by 9 in simple form. 7 by 9 means 7 is to 9. And now take these two numbers, 35 by 49. Again both are divisible by 5. 5 sevens are 35. 5 nines are 45. 7 by 9. 7 is to 9. So now you can see the ratios are equal. So if they are equal, it means these four numbers are in proportion. Next is continued proportion. So what is the meaning of continued proportion? Continued proportion means when A is to B is equal to B is to C. It means here you see the second proportion value in the same one is same in both sides. Then it is known as that these three A, B, C value are in the continued proportion. Means when A is to B is equal to B is to C, then the three quantities A, B, C are said to be in continued proportion. In this case, A by B is equal to B by C. You can write this in this form also. A by B is equal to B by C, and you will cross multiply this, then you will get B into B is equal to A into C, means B square is equal to AC. So this is the formula for finding the continued proportion, unknown values in the continued proportion. Now here you can understand it better with one example. Are the number 2, 4 and 8 in continued proportion? You have to check these three numbers are in continued proportion or not. So here this second one is suppose it is A, this is B and this is C. So you can write in the form of continued proportion as I have shown you here. A is to B is equal to B is to C. If it is in this form, then it means they are in continued proportion. So you can check it. 2 is to 4. 2 is to 4 is equal to 4 is to 8 or not. You check. 2 is to 4 means 2 by 4. 2 by 4, so 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So you can write in simplest form 1 by 2. So these first two values, so it can be written in simplest form 1 by 2. Now 4 is to 8. Check for this. 4 is to 8. Write it also into simplest form. So 4 by 8 means 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. 4 twos are 8. So when you are simplifying this 4 by 8, you are getting 1 by 2. It means you can see this A is to B is equal to B is to C. Both are equal. If they are equal, it means they are in continued proportion. Next example, find the third proportion of rupees 2 and rupees 6. So you have to find the third proportion. So let the third proportion be x. Let the third proportion be x. Now you can write it in the proportion form. So first value is this A, this is your B and this x is C. So how you can write it? A is to B is in proportion with B is to C. In continued proportion form, we are writing A is to B is in proportion with B is to C. So write the values which is given in the question. At the place of A it is given 2, at the place of B it is given 6, at the place of B again we will write 6 and at the place of C the third one value is x. Now 2 is to 6 is in proportion with 6 is to x, means you can write it, or you can write it 2 by 6 is equal to 6 by x. This 2 by 6 is equal to 6 by A by B is equal to B by C. In that form also, now cross multiply it. 2 into x is equal to 6 into 6. 2 into x is equal to 6 into 6. Then x is equal to 6 into 6 divided by 2. So now with 2 you will divide it. 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. Now you are getting 6 into 3 here. 3 into 6. 3 6s are 18. So your answer is 18. Next example. Find the mean proportion of 125 and 5. Mean proportion of value 125 and 5. So here what you will do, how to do the mean proportion. This is actually the first value and this is the last. This is A and this is C in the continued proportion. So let the mean proportion be x. That is the B value. B value is x. So how to write the continued proportion? A is to B is in proportion with B is to C. So at the place of A what we will write? 125. At the place of B what we have left? x, then is proportionality sign, then again at the place of b we will write x and then 5. So mean proportion is here, the middle one, and mean means x. We are taking the mean value x. So the value you will get as 125 is to x is in proportion with x is to 5. Now you can apply the formula. What is the formula? Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Product of mean is equal to product of extremes. So x into x is equal to 125 into 5. The mean value and then the extreme value. Now x into x means x square and 125 into 5 means 625. X square is equal to 625, then x is equal to square root of 625 and square root of 625 is equal to 25. So this is your value. So mean value is equal to mean value x is equal to 25. This is your answer. Next example is find x when x, 5, 8 and 10 are in proportion. First question. And the second one is x, 8 and 25 are in continued proportion. In that two cases you have to find the value of x. So when these four value x, 5, 8 and 10 are in proportion, means this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. So you will write A is to B is in proportion with C is to D. It is in proportion with C is to D. So x is to 5 are in proportion with 8 is to 10. A, B, C and D. A is to B is in proportion with C is to D, means x is to 5 is in proportion with 8 is to 10. So now you know how to solve this. You can write x is to 5 is equal to x by 5 and this 8 is to 10 you can write 8 by 10. If they are in proportion it means A by B. If they are in proportion it means A by B is equal to C by D. So we are using this value. X by 5 is equal to 8 by 10. Now cross multiply 10 into x. You multiply this x with 10 and this 5 with 8. So 10 into x is equal to 5 into 8. Now to find the value of x we will transfer this 10 this side. So 5 into 8 by 10. 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10. 2 fours are 8. So value of x in first one is 4. This is your answer. Now second one. Second one is, it is given that x, 8 and 25 are in continued proportion. They are in continued proportion means this is A, this is B and this is C. And in case of continued proportion, how we write the value? A is to B is in proportion with B is to C. In this way we are writing continued proportion. A is to B is in proportion with B is to C. So here the value of A is x, B is 8 and C is 25. So we will write this value. A is to B is equal to B is to C. It means x is to 8 is equal to, you can write here proportional symbol. X is to 8 is in proportion with 8 is to 24. So now you can solve it by the method of product of mean and extreme. So here product of mean is equal to product of extreme. So x into 24 is equal to 8 into 8. That way, or you can write in this way also. X by 8 is equal to 8 by 24. This method or this method. Both are same thing. If you will cross multiply, you will get 2 into x is equal to 24 into x. 24 into x is equal to 8 into 8. I have written directly here by the method of product of mean is equal to product of extreme. Both are same thing. So here now for finding x, 24 will come here. 8 3s are 24. Now 8 by 3 is your answer. I have explained most of the examples here. Now you can complete exercise 1B and try to finish and do it in your notebook. Thank you.